The last point that I'll be covering today is the overall positive impact that this has on our economy. According to Mary Lassity, Joseph Rotman, and Aaron Carmel, authors of Socially Responsible Outsourcing in 2016, in a chapter titled Impact Sourcing, Employing Inmates to Perform Digitally Enabled Business Services, talks about the lack of preparation for real jobs. This article also states that prisons focus far too heavily on textile and manual labor type jobs. But our economy is rapidly changing before our eyes, and as society changes into an age of technology, our economy relies less and less on these types of jobs and more on technological jobs such as business and software. And by exposing inmates to these types of positions is more adequately preparing them for their release. According to the website article, The Economic Impact of Prison Rehabilitation Programs by Jacob Reach on August 17, 2017. He's an author for the University of Pennsylvania. There are numerous positive economic effects brought even by minimal rehabilitation. By offering programs in prisons, the recidivism rate will reduce, thus reducing the amount of inmates in both state and federal prisons. And the lower the amount of inmates will in turn equal less money that these prisons need to function, and thus lowering the taxes for us Americans. This is just basic macroeconomics and would overall benefit the economy by making the tax burden less for us without cutting into vital social programs such as Social Security and other welfare programs. A common argument people make against prison rehabilitation is that prisons should be a place where prisoners learn their lesson, not be coddled. In the Stanford Prison Experiment, which was a psychological experiment in 1971 led by Philip Zimbardo, in this experiment, college students were randomly selected to play the role of either guard or prisoner, and they had to act out these roles in a mock prison. During this experiment, the guards got carried away with their power and began to physically and mentally abuse these prisoners. This experiment was abruptly put to an end because of all the trauma that these prisoners faced because of these guards. This just proves the position of power can dominate all ethical issues. And to conclude, prisoner rehabilitation is the best option for reform and the recidivism rate of prisoners across the United States. And in this speech today, I discussed the rate of recidivism and the changes that are being made to help lower the rates. Then I discussed the current rehabilitation programs in place in prisons across the United States, including religion and animal-assisted intervention. Lastly, I discussed the overall positive impact on the economy. As this reform is brought into prisons, we, as a society, will be seeing more and more positive effects as these programs are implemented. Thank you for your time, and does anyone have any questions?